Have you ever given your whole heart to something only to feel empty when things didn't go your way? Have you ever asked yourself, why do I work so hard yet still feel restless? In chapter 3 of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna lovingly shows us a hidden truth. Life is meant for action, but not for chasing rewards. We are born to do our duties, to give our best, not for applause, but because our soul shines brightest when we serve without selfishness. When we work only for results, we chain ourselves to fear, anger, and disappointment. But when we work with love, without expecting anything, we are free, light as the wind, strong as the ocean. This chapter whispers a secret to every tired heart. Work not for the fruits, but as a sacred offering. True peace is not at the finish line. It is right here, right now, in every step you walk with faith. Are you ready to let go of the burden of expectation and feel the pure joy of simply doing your best? Let's get into it. Arjun said, "O Krishna, if you think knowledge is better than action, why do you tell me to fight this terrible war? I am confused by your mixed messages. Please guide me clearly on the one path that will lead me to the highest good." The Lord said, "O Arjun, I have explained two paths to reach enlightenment. The path of knowledge for those who like to think deeply, and the path of action for those who prefer to work. No one can be free from the results of their actions just by avoiding work. Also, one cannot become perfect in knowledge by simply giving up physical activities. Nobody can remain without doing anything, even for a moment. Everyone is forced to act because of the qualities they are born with, called the three gunas. People who control their actions on the outside but still think about sense pleasures in their minds are fooling themselves and are called hypocrites. However, those who control their senses with their mind and work without attachment to the results are much better. Therefore, do your duties as prescribed by the Vedas, because action is better than inaction. Without working, even your body cannot survive. Work should be done as a sacrifice to God. Otherwise, it binds you to the material world. So, O Arjun, perform your duties for the satisfaction of God without being attached to the results. At the beginning of creation, Brahma created people along with duties and said, "By doing these sacrifices, you will prosper and achieve all that you desire." By performing sacrifices, the celestial gods will be pleased. And when humans and gods work together, there will be prosperity for everyone. When the gods are pleased, they provide everything you need in life. But those who enjoy these gifts without giving anything back are thieves. Good people first offer food to God before eating. This frees them from sin. Others, who cook only for themselves, eat nothing but sin. All living beings survive on food. Food grows because of rain. Rain comes from sacrifices. And sacrifices happen through the performance of duties. Human duties are described in the Vedas. And the Vedas come from God Himself. Therefore, God is always present in every act of sacrifice. O Arjun, those who don't accept their role in this cycle of sacrifice live only for their own pleasures and waste their lives. But those who find joy within themselves, who are enlightened and satisfied in their own being, have no duties to perform. Such wise people have nothing to gain or lose by doing or not doing their duties. They do not depend on others for their happiness. Therefore, perform your duties without attachment. By working in this way, you will attain the Supreme. King Janak and other great leaders achieved perfection by performing their duties. You should also do your duties to set a good example for others. Whatever great people do, common people follow. The standards they set become the path for others. I have no duty to perform in all the worlds, nor do I have anything to gain. Yet, I still perform my duties. If I stopped doing my duties, everyone would follow my example and stop working as well. If I stopped acting, the whole world would fall into ruin. I would be responsible for the chaos and destruction that would follow. Just as ignorant people work with attachment to results, wise people should also perform their duties without attachment to set the right example. The wise should not confuse ignorant people by telling them to stop working. Instead, they should inspire them to perform their duties properly. All actions are carried out by the three gunas, modes of material nature. But because of ignorance, people think they are the doers of these actions. Wise people understand that the soul is different from the gunas and actions. They know that the gunas interact with each other, and they remain detached. Those who don't understand this truth become attached to the results of their actions. The wise should not disturb such people who have little knowledge. Offer all your actions to me. Always think of me as the Supreme, and perform your duties without desire or selfishness. In this way, you will overcome grief and fight. Those who follow my teachings with faith and without envy are freed from the bondage of karma. But those who criticize my teachings and lack knowledge destroy themselves. Even wise people act according to their nature because all living beings follow their natural tendencies. What can restrain do? The senses naturally get attracted or repelled by different objects, but do not let them control you because they can mislead you. It is better to do your own duty, even if imperfect, than to do someone else's duty perfectly. It is better to die doing your own duty than to follow another's path, which is full of danger. Arjuna asked, "Why do people commit sins even when they don't want to, as if forced by some power?" The Supreme Lord said, "It is lust, born from the mode of passion, which later turns into anger. Lust is the sinful, all-devouring enemy in this world. Just like smoke covers fire, dust covers a mirror, and a womb covers a baby, desire covers knowledge and confuses the mind. Even the wisest person's knowledge gets covered by this endless desire, which burns like fire and is never satisfied. Desire hides in the senses, mind, and intellect, confusing the soul and clouding knowledge. Therefore, O Arjun, control your senses right from the beginning and defeat this enemy called desire, which destroys wisdom and realization. The senses are higher than the body, the mind is higher than the senses, the intellect is higher than the mind, and the soul is the highest of all. Knowing this, control your lower self, senses, mind, and intellect with your higher self, the strength of the soul, and destroy this powerful enemy called lust."